Welcome to TCLOUD Linux Basics course demo. So before we go ahead with the course content, let's go with the summary of the course. The course, that is the Linux Basics training, is a 15 hours duration. Coming to our TCLOUD infrastructure, we have a good infrastructure and a lab setup where you can actually go across and you can learn about the complete Linux Basics stuff. So we provide both kind of trainings, like we provide the tutor-based trainings where you can come down and you can attend the classes right away, or you can even attend the classes online from home. We provide the notes in form of the, we provide the notes like whatever we teach in the class, the same notes is being provided to you guys in the form of the PDFs. Along with that, every topic that we teach here, we basically go across with the CBTs, that is the computer-based tutorials, where you can actually come down across and you can go through the CBTs again and again, where if you have any doubts, you can just walk over them again. And we have a complete lab setup around here where you can come down and practice at any point of the day. Now coming down to the Linux basic training content. So first thing is we learn about what is Linux ID and history. Basically this unit provides us an idea about what exactly Linux is and what is the history associated with it. Then we learn about running commands and getting help. We understand what exactly do you mean by what are the basic commands and how do you get help, like what do you mean by help, what do you mean by what is, and what do you mean by man and stuff. Then you get to understand about browsing the file systems. So how do you get into different file systems, how do you browse through them. Then we learn about the bash shells. We learn in and about what are the various shell environment, what do you mean by bash shell. Then we learn about standard input-output pipes, where you learn about how do you redirect your output, how do you redirect your error, and those all stuff. Then in Unit 6, we learn about the groups and permissions. In Linux, everything is a file, and everything is associated with the permissions. So how do you strengthen the security around using the groups, users, and the permissions is what we learn in Unit 6. Unit 7 is more to do with the basics of VI and VM editor, which is a kind of editor which we'll be using for configuration of the files. Then in the Unit 8, we learn about the Linux file system in depth. Then in the Unit 9, we learn about configuring the bash shell. So it's an extension of your chapter number 4, wherein we learn about how do we configure your bash shell. Similarly, we have advanced topics in users, groups, and permissions, which is again an extension of Unit 6, where we learn about various other things like what are the commands that you can use across for users, groups, and permissions. Similarly, we have advanced uses of VI and VM editor, which is again an extension of Unit 7. We learn some advanced topics on VI and VM editor. At the Unit 12, we learn some power tools, where we learn about string processing and everything. Unit 13, we learn about string processing with regular expressions. We will learn about what we mean by string processing and how do you process your strings using awk, head, tail, set, and those are kind of power tools. Along with that, we'll use some regular expressions. In Unit 14, we learn about what is locate and find. Both of these tools basically used for finding of the files depending on a particular criteria that we give to it, like whether you want to search a file on a particular date, on a particular size, or so on. Unit 15 is investigation and managing process, which is more to do with investigating the process, like how do you start a process, how do you end a process, and so on. Unit 16, we learn about a bit about the networking, network clients, where we learn about how do we actually go around with the networking stuff, what are the basic commands that we have to understand. Then in the Unit 17 is the bash shell scripting, where we learn about how to run our shell scripts, a bit of understanding about in and out of the shell scripts. So this is the complete curriculum for your Linux basic training. Thank you for listening to the video and hope you subscribe.